Marie Bigby-Edmond, who is the Head of Business Development and Client Relations at Cumax Wealth Management Company Limited, formerly the Credit Union Financial Fund Management Corporation Company. She has over 30 years experience in the financial sector, having worked in banking, investments, and cambio services. She is also a licensed realtor and an insurance agent. She currently holds the position of PTA president and board executive at the Merle Grove High School and executive member of Region 1 PTA body, and holds an MBA from the Heriot-Watt University in Edinburgh and a BS in Management and Accounting from the University of the West Indies. She's a proud graduate of the Immaculate Conception High School, an avid sports fan, a lover of nature, and is married with 4 children. Once again, Mrs. Ava Marie Bigby-Edmond, Head of Business Development and Client Relations at Cumax Wealth Management Company Limited. Over to you, Mrs. Bigby-Edmond.
Hello, good morning, everyone. And it's an awesome day. I have seen some very interesting presentations so far. I saw Shelly-Ann, then there was Denise, and there is so much to learn and share today. And I am coming to you, as he says, from Cumax Wealth Management Limited. Right, so Cumax Wealth Management Limited, making more possible in the investment arena. And today, we're coming to you, talking to you about managing and investing your money in the new COVID-19 period. And I know we are currently going through quite a bit. There's just so much uncertainty in the market right now and in our lives overall that we welcome any information, any advice, any suggestions that will make us better off than we were before, or even to consider how to make our money work for us, especially during the COVID-19 period. Some of the considerations that we would need to look at in building our investment portfolios, because that's what we're all about at this point in time, managing and investing and building our portfolios and maximizing our returns on our investments. And some of the things that we have to look for at this point are what are our objectives? What's our goal? I find that quite a lot of Jamaicans, we don't write our goals. We have a thought, we have an idea, but it's not documented. We don't have it on paper where we're saying, all right, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to accomplish, and this is the time frame that I'm going to work with. Is it a short-term goal? Is it a long-term goal? Is it a medium-term goal? What are the goals that I'm working on, and what time horizon that I will have for each of these goals? We also look at, when we consider building a portfolio, our risk tolerance. Is it that we can invest and feel comfortable and free after we have invested, or are we going to be shaken and worried and can't sleep after we have invested? So when we speak of risk profile and risk tolerance, we're talking about, am I conservative in my approach? I can't take much risk. Am I moderate in my approach to risk, where I'm balanced? I can take on a little risk, but I'm a little conservative, but I'm balanced. Or am I going to just throw all of it in and may the chips fall where they may, and I take an aggressive approach to managing my investments? We also have to look at our liquidity needs. And that sometimes proves to be a challenge for some individuals when they're thinking of investing, because they have not thought it through properly in terms of, I only have $1 million to invest, but you're tied up into a stock, or you're tied up into one type of investment instrument, and then you need money to do another short-term goal, but there's none because that consideration was not made when you started investing. And that's what we want to do at Cumax Wealth Management, give you that guidance that will help you to make these decisions. in making the decisions of how to manage and invest your money, you have to also look at diversification. We want to spread the risk across different investment vehicles so that not only investment vehicles, but across different currencies. So you want a little Jamaican dollars, you want a little US dollars, you want different types of investment that will give you different returns at different periods in time. We also have to look at asset allocation. So yes, you may have $1 million. Call that 100%. How will I spread my 100%? Am I going to put 20% in stocks? Am I going to put 70% in stocks? What is it that I'm going to invest in my 100% for it to make the most returns on my investment? And again, we have to look at the different exit strategies that we will employ in managing and investing our monies. So you may be wondering, who is Cumax Wealth Management? I've never heard of Cumax Wealth Management. Well, we were formerly Credit Union Fund Management Limited and a subsidiary of the Jamaica Corporate Credit Union Leagues Group. Cumax was primarily a wealth and asset management arm of the credit union. So basically, we invested on behalf of credit unions. Credit unions place their funds with us, and we manage their portfolios, a portion of their portfolios. Cumax Wealth Management is also licensed by the Financial Service Commission, and we're a security broker and a member of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. We're also pension fund managers, pension fund administrators, and we are an approved collective investment scheme manager. We're also portfolio managers for both clients locally and regionally. What do we do at Cumax Wealth Management, and how will we be able to build and help you to manage your portfolio at this point in time during COVID? Well, there are different investment solutions that we can look at and that we have available here to assist you to build a portfolio. So we look at bonds. We have bonds both in Jamaican and US dollars. We have sovereign debt, corporate bonds, global bonds. We have bonds that will generate, and the purpose of a bond in your portfolio or in managing and investing your money is to provide income streams. And every portfolio needs income streams because we're maximizing returns at this point in time. So we need income streams. We need as well from our bonds for the bonds to generate capital appreciation gains from purchasing the bonds. And what I mean is you buy a bond and it's valued at par, $100. Our expectation is that based on the recommendations that we would have given to you, these bonds would have increased in price or value over the life of the investment. We speak to you as well about equity, stocks, shares. These are very instrumental as well in gaining wealth along the journey of investments. So we look at stocks, both Jamaican and US dollars. We look at value stocks. We look at growth stocks. We look at income stocks, all diversifying across our equity line. And when we speak of value stock, we're talking about stocks that are lower in price relative to the company's performance. So you want to buy the stocks cheaper than what the book value of the stock is saying, so that when it appreciates in price, you would also gain in terms of capital appreciation. We're looking at growth stocks. So we're looking at even like an NCB. When we look at the price of NCB as at October 4th, we're looking at $126. Stocks, yes, will fluctuate because if you look back in July, NCB was at $141. but the price of the stock will fluctuate, and we will try to assist you in maximizing on the fluctuations and the gains that can be had from the stocks. We're also looking at income stocks, income earning stocks, because we want dividend payments. We have to find different ways to allocate the resources that you have so that we can maximize your return on these investments. At Cumax Wealth, you have the option of trading directly through us or also on the JTrader Pro. We have repurchase agreements. Yes, I know a lot of companies or investment brokers have given up on repurchase agreements, but at Cumax, we still have repurchase agreement products available for you. I mentioned bonds, I mentioned equity, I mentioned repurchase agreements. And at this point, I am recommending to you that we diversify across different products, different currencies, looking at our short-term, medium-term, and long-term needs. So our repurchase agreement would have been our short-term needs, or bonds, or medium to long-term. And of course, equity, yes, we can gain within the short-term, but equity, as we know, it's more suited for long-term investment needs. We also have diversification in our unit trust products. Collective investment schemes, as unit trusts are also known as. We have 5 such funds at Cumax Wealth Management. Again, diversified across different currencies and different investment vehicles. So we have money market funds, we have equity funds, and 2 US dollar funds as well that will help to spread the risk across your investment portfolio. We have also had investment banking solutions, which are structured investment options that will also help to build your portfolio and returns. Just to introduce you to our Cumax funds, as I mentioned before, it's diversified across different currencies. So we have Jamaican dollars and US dollars hedging against the foreign exchange risk, and we're hedging against inflation. And those are some of the other variables that we'd have to consider when we are planning our portfolio and investing our monies. So the Cumax funds, we start as low as 20,000 Jamaican dollars or 500 US dollars. With different time horizons, we can maximize how we invest with these funds. As I said before, we are looking, when we invest in the Cumax funds, you're looking at short-term, medium-term, long-term investments and different products so that you spread your risk across the different investment instruments. We also provide investment solutions for companies, corporations, and institutions that are looking fund managers. So Cumax Wealth Management also are fund managers, portfolio managers, and we are pension administrator. I think not a lot of persons are aware that we do provide pension administration. So if you're with companies or organizations that are seeking professionals to manage and invest on your behalf, you can also come to see us at Cumax Wealth Management. Currently, we are managing funds in excess of $12 million across US, across the region for different institutions, different credit unions across the Caribbean. And as we said, we're still spreading our wings across the Caribbean, Barbados, through the Confederation of Credit Unions, which we're a part of. We are also looking to see how best we can service our regional clients who may be challenged in terms of foreign currency transactions and so on, to come to us at Cumax Wealth Management, where we will provide those portfolio solutions on their behalf. So we're talking about managing and investing money during COVID-19 period. And we have to take a general look and view, and this is what we would want to help you with here at Cumax Wealth. We want to help you to identify your risk appetite. So when you come, we'll give you a questionnaire and we'll go through it with you just to explain and for you to understand. Because a lot of times we say, no man, I can take on some risk. But when we really get to the nitty-gritty of it, you really can manage the risk. So we will do that exercise with you as well. You know, what is your risk appetite? Because we want you to be able to sleep after you have placed your funds. You don't want to call at 2 o'clock in the morning to say, boy, I think I made a mistake. No, we have a plan, we have a goal. We would have examined what our risk appetite is. We would have examined what our strategy is as well in terms of our investment goal. We would look at the various products, as we mentioned. We're going to diversify across different products, different asset classes, so that you may have fluctuations in your investment or in your portfolio, but it's a comfortable mix of assets that you would have had in your portfolio that would give you different returns and gains at different points in time. So diversification is key, especially in this economic climate that we're operating in. So we're gonna say to you, come to Cumax and select the right brokers that will help you to strategize and achieve your goal. The most important thing to me over the years in dealing with clients and portfolios and having investment plans is patience and discipline. And as Jamaicans, boy, the part they're rough and hard for us because we're really not very patient set of people. And some of us not very disciplined. And we take it over into our investment life where we can't wait, we want it now, we want to get rich quick, but we know that somebody get rich quick don't work. So we need patience and we need discipline. And I've had the experience where I've had clients and we have beautiful plans. And out of the blue, I see them walking through my door, I run them out. Because guess what? It was not a part of the plan, and we have to be disciplined to get to the goals that we have set for ourselves in terms of our investment portfolios. So we want to say, all right, come and invest with us. What kind of investment opportunities, what kind of recommendations can we make to you to make your portfolio grow and show you the types of returns that you would want to see in your investment? We're looking at industries to watch. As it says, manufacturing and distribution, we must eat. We must continue to grow regardless of what is happening in the industry. We still have to produce, persons still need to live, basically. Pharmaceutical industry, and also our financial industry. Those are three main industries that regardless of what is happening globally, those are the three that will be sustainable. And when we look at the Jamaica Stock Exchange Index, and I used yesterday's performance, up to yesterday's performance, October 5th, we look at the overall performance of the index, and it says year to date 3.81%. And we may say, all right, but it's only 3.81. But when we look at the options that are available to us, that's not such a bad return. But we can also dive down into the different markets. So the main index is at 3.81. So do we look at stocks then that are available on the junior market that year to date showing approximately 24.18% in returns? Those are good performances. Previously, I had mentioned that we're looking value stocks. Now, our financial sector has been very strong, doing extremely well over the last 2-3 years, and more than 3 years in the stock market. The year-to-date performance on our financial index is negative 2.83%. but that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to find value stocks, which I had mentioned before, and to buy and hold for the market to rebound. And we know markets fluctuate, but yes, we buy low, we sell high, we hold stocks medium to long term. So therefore, we would wait the periods for to sell at that point. We mentioned the manufacturing and distribution sector. Year to date, the growth 28.75%. No, that's a good growth. That's awesome growth when you're looking at during COVID, trying to gain as much as I can gain on my investment. I may be restricted, as Denise mentioned earlier. We're not getting no new salary increases. We're not getting certain things. So persons have gotten salary cuts. Persons have lost their job. So we're going to look how best we can allocate our scarce resource, which is what we have to invest in different investment vehicles to maximize. And when we look at the manufacture and distribution sector, we're looking at a return of 28.75. So that's awesome returns that we're looking for when we build your portfolio. And of course, we will continue to look at what are the top 10, the best stocks that are available. And I did listen to Shelly-Ann earlier, and Shelly-Ann did point out that you have to look at the companies that you're investing in. Are they strong companies that will withstand the pressures of COVID-19? Are they strong? Is it a Grace Kennedy? Is it a Lasco? What is it? How can they withstand and continue to grow and perform during this COVID period? Those are the types of recommendation and analysis that you would expect to get at Cumax Wealth Management. And of course, we will look at the different markets that are available to us for us to make these decisions. So yes, good investment advice and recommendation is what we promise you at Cumax Wealth Management. How do you become a client at Cumax Wealth Management? And we're looking forward. I am seeing over 200 persons on the chat. I am looking forward to having you all here at Cumax Wealth Management. Tell your friend, bring a relative with you to come and join us. How do you join? How do you open an account or get started with us at Cumax Wealth Management? For corporate companies, institutions, I know now clients are becoming innovative. We as Jamaicans are innovative persons, and we have realized we need to start something for ourselves. We need to, in our own rights, to diversify how we earn our income. As Mr. Geddes mentioned earlier, I am in different sectors personally so that I can have different income streams. And I'm encouraging you, start a business, do something, find an investment advisor that will give you the recommendations that you need to maximize your returns. Corporations, come on board with us. Companies, small businesses, institutions, come on board with us. What you need to come on board with us: a valid ID for your directors and owners, company documents, our account opening documents, your tax identification number, your certificate of incorporation. For individuals, we ask you to bring with you a valid government issued ID, your tax identification number, complete our account opening forms and proof of address, and 2 references. Quite simple, quite easy, and we are here happy and willing and ready to serve you. As I mentioned before, we will provide you with different services: research, information, analysis, recommendation. In this time of COVID, when we really don't want to be socializing so much, of course, we do have indemnities available so that we can communicate and accept your instructions via email and fax at this point. And we will provide you with an educated, knowledgeable account manager. How to get to Cumax Wealth Management Limited. We're situated at 10 Root Ven Road, Kingston 10. That's just next door to Four Seasons Hotel and up from JPS, because we want you to come and around the corner from St. Andrew High School. So we're at 10 Root Ven Avenue. How to get to us? By telephone 876-926-7767, or you can contact us via email at clientservices@cumaxwealth.com, and we will certainly return your call. We do look forward to having you here and to seeing you grow with us at Cumax Wealth Management. We are here to manage and invest your money, and we do look forward to you being a part of our family here at Cumax Wealth. Thank you very much, and I do look forward to your questions and to have a conversation with you at this time.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Ava Marie Bigby-Edmond, who is Head of Business Development and Client Relations at Cumax Wealth Management Company Limited. What a presentation. Boy, I mean, you can see now why she has been in this business for 30 years and doing so well, and not even looking slightly stressed, looking so young and ready, and, you know, absolutely amazing presentation. Truly enjoyed it.
Thank you, David.
Most welcome. So let me also tell you that we have some questions. A person wanted to know if they were in Westmoreland, how could they join? And another person wanted to know, suppose they had an emergency and needed to get some funds, how would that work? You know, having become, you know, a member of, you know, Cumax. So
okay, and that is so easy, because that's why I mentioned in the last slide that we do have indemnity in place, that you can send us emails and we can communicate and have your transaction done. And if you recognize what is happening now, everything is online. We're transferring funds online. I credit your account, you credit my account, and we send emails. So therefore, it's an easy run. And I tell persons who know me, well, individuals who know me know that Westmoreland is just down the road for me. So that's just an easy run. I'm a Hanoverian, so therefore I will just get up and go, because I want to go to the beach, so I get up and I go on to Hanover. So Westmoreland is just down the road. And the other question was, remind me again, David, what the person had asked.
I think one of them was, in an emergency, how could you get access to the funds? And I also see here what are the benefits of joining a credit union, but I see that that's being answered in the chat room also.
Okay, but we're not a credit union, but our majority of our clients are credit unions. But Cumax Wealth Management was relaunched and rebranded in March 2021. So we no longer just service the credit unions. We're servicing regular retail clients, corporations, institutions. We're now saying, come on board with us. You are most welcome, and we'll be happy to have you and guide you in your investment life.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ava Marie Bigby-Edmond, Head of Business Development and Client Relations at Cumax Wealth Management Company Limited. And colleagues, we are in for a continuing program of so many informative sessions. And I can promise you that we're going to have far fewer technical problems. I must admit that occasionally my hand touches the mute button and I get muted. So nothing to do with the technical persons online here. But want to share with you, we have, I would just want to say thanks to Shelley and Morgan, Andre Gooden, and Ava Marie Bigby-Edmond, Charlene Steer, who did the earlier parts of the this morning's event. No, there's always a time, for changing and handing over the baton. And, we're handing over the baton to the primetime lady, a lady that I always enjoy handing over to, Peter Gay Coombs from JDIC, who alongside Marjorie McGraw has been doing such an excellent job at JDIC. So she is your co-host for the rest of the day, and believe me, you are in wonderful, wonderful hands. You have exciting presentations coming up from Patrice Minot and also from my co-worker, Robert Hamilton at the FSC. All kinds of wonderful presentations, so don't budge at all. Just keep locked into this. And Peter Gay Coombs, a pleasure. All over to you.